Audiences have never seen anything like this before.
It's a swift, kind of action-packed adventure movie.
There are certainly images that I have never seen before on screen.
It's a really hair-raising, high-stakes thriller from an extraordinary filmmaker.
On today's episode, we discussed the new details from Tenet and some behind-the-scenes footage. He's Jay.
That's me.
I'm Alan. That's Ben.
Three bros with three opinions, all about movies.
Subscribe. This is Movie Jabs.
Let's go.
Okay, Tenet. If you're not hyped for this movie, I don't know what's wrong with you, but you really should be.
Jay's finally on the Tenet
He's coming
train.
around.
All right. I'm getting a little tingle for it.
You
I'm
bought-
getting
a little tingle.
I'm getting a little tingle.
You bought your ticket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit of tingles.
Yeah. Okay.
right.
So they just released a 9-minute teaser of the behind-the-scenes footage of this movie, and they go into a little more detail about what it's about, and they go in a little more detail of what it took to
We
make.
get a lot of details, though.
Yeah,
A lot
like
of interesting stuff.
$205 million worth of details.
Which is Christopher Nolan's biggest film to date.
Yeah.
And that's saying something. 'Cause he did the whole Dark Knight trilogy. And,
Interstellar.
Right.
Well, 747s are expensive.
Yeah, 747s. They're not cheap.
Yeah.
They're not cheap.
And especially if you're going to blow it up.
Yeah, buildings are expensive.
Right.
So what you're referring to is there's a scene in the movie where they used a real 747 going into a building. and-
Allegedly.
No, it was real.
No, they did it.
Yeah, and,
They did it. Old Bruce Wayne, Robert Pattinson
Yeah.
said it himself.
I was like, how they gonna pull this off? Like, there's no way they're gonna crash this thing into that building.
A lot of these sequences, you kind of read it in the script, and you just think, yeah, would be cool in a movie. And then you get to set and it's like, yeah, we've got a 747, we're crashing it into a building. That's how we're achieving the 747 crashing into a building.
He didn't want to use CGI, so they used a legit plane that they
Well,
just...
not only did they not want to use CGI, but CGI was actually more expensive than buying a jet airliner
And wrecking it into a building.
Which I find so hard to believe.
I know. But hey,
Costs more money to go on a
Well,
keyboard.
maybe he just lied. I don't know. He wanted a real plane. So
Yeah.
whatever.
He might have
Works
been.
for me.
But either way, though, so your point, though, there's no CGI and there's no green screen
In the
at
whole
all.
movie.
The
no
whole
green
movie.
screen.
They're gonna see that it's not green screen, and they're gonna be amazed by it.
Not a green
So
screen.
None.
It's all action, it's all cameras, it's all actors, and
It's all IMAX.
It's a very imposing camera. It feels very important when you're shooting something on IMAX. There's a nice pressure to it.
yep. So
And IMAX, what makes IMAX a big deal?
Well, regular film is either
35
35 millimeter
yeah.
or 70 millimeter, and this is 70 by 15.
Yeah.
So it's roughly 10 times larger.
Than a
And-
standard movie.
Right. So it's just going to be a lot, the clarity is just going to be a lot better.
Yeah, so you're getting a lot more pixels per inch there.
Yeah, it's going to be,
A lot more pixels.
but this is the whole movie. So basically, if I can just give a quick example, do you remember in the opening scene with the Dark Knight where the guy was in a skyscraper, and that opening scene looks so much bigger and clearer than I
Yeah.
would say.
it looked like you were watching an 8K TV screen in a movie
yeah.
theater.
And that was back in 2011 or
Right.
10, whenever this came out.
And honestly, I think that's what really pulled you in, because you were watching that on the big screen and like, wow, this looks incredible.
But this whole movie
The Dark
isn't
Knight?
that.
2008, bro.
2008? There you go. Even earlier.
Yeah, so
Oh.
this is going to be like that, which I'm excited for, especially when everything's going to be real in it.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, all the explosions,
Yeah.
everything's
I
going to
love
be real.
And
that.
that's
Oh, yeah.
why what I've been saying in almost all the videos we do holds true. Christopher Nolan is the greatest director of our
Okay,
time.
I will
He's the
give
greatest
you-
storyteller.
I
The
will
guy's
give
a
you credit.
beast.
I will give you credit because I was major hating on the original trailer.
Yeah,
I'm,
the guy's a beast.
But after all this, I'm starting to come around.
yeah.
I'm starting to think you might have something there. But also, I like that, or I found it very surprising that every scene was shot twice.
Yeah, so the guys that did this, even John David Washington, we know he's Denzel Washington's son.
JDW.
Already makes him.
he's so
already
money.
makes him a beast.
He's going to be the next one.
Yeah, so he
Next
even
big
said that they had to learn to do everything forwards and backwards.
Even the fight scenes.
yeah, they were fighting
Yeah.
backwards. He did things backwards. He had to learn to take a punch backwards. He
That
had to
had to
learn
have taken forever.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
I know.
He said he had to learn how to. He had to learn how to fall backwards. So he had
Yeah.
to learn how to get up falling.
Yeah,
He had time.
incredible.
It was quarantine. He had time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it was everything was forward and backwards, and then they went to all these different locations that were all real locations.
So I was gonna say all these locations they were actually there. Nothing
They traveled
is,
all around the world.
Prep on this film was
really complicated because we were based out of LA and making plans for all these huge action set pieces all over the world.
Nothing was built. It was all like, if they say they're in Italy, they're in Italy.
Yeah,
If
Amalfi
they're in,
Coast.
If they're in an opera house, they're in an opera house.
Yeah.
If they say they're in London, they're in London. Like it was
Right.
nothing was built for like the set.
There's no stages, no sets.
exactly.
It was
They
just
did everything on site, at location.
Which I love that.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I think it's
but
awesome.
that's what makes Christopher Nolan so great. He tries to make it as real as possible.
yeah. Well, they were
I
shutting
do
down
love
whole
that.
highways.
For
So-
3 weeks.
Yeah.
So
That highway shut
How
down
do you
for
do
3
that?
weeks.
Can you imagine
When they
getting
did
on
the
there trying to go to
Matrix-
work and like, sorry, bro.
When
You
they
gotta,
did the
like,
Matrix,
Yeah.
they made their own highway. They built the whole thing. Here, there's like, nah, we ain't
No,
gonna do
so-
that.
yeah. so
Shut it down.
they
take a
shut-
hot air balloon, bro. This road's closed.
They shut down
Yeah.
8 kilometers of a highway, which is roughly 5 miles, for 3 entire weeks to film a few scenes of the movie.
Yeah, the
Like,
scene you see in
that's-
the trailer where the car flips over backwards, that was for that.
That's I mean, that's insane.
But even in that, the stunt drivers, what they were talking about is the stunt drivers had to drive that forwards, and then they had to drive it in reverse. And you can even see that
backwards,
in this behind the scene footage. You see the guy driving backwards in reverse to get that take.
because they need that footage. Exactly.
Yeah, they need the footage to make this work.
I have a question for you though. Are you worried at all now after seeing even more trailers, more behind the scenes, more facts about this movie? If it isn't that good, are you going to be? How disappointed are you going to be?
Not worried at all.
You're not worried. Like you're
Not
going
in the
into this
slightest.
going, there's no chance this is bad.
Not in the slightest.
Honestly, I gotta agree with Ben. I'm going into this and thinking that this is gonna just
Blow you away.
blow my mind.
So I think I'm in the best
It's
seat
going to
right
blow
here.
your mind.
'Cause I'm coming in with low expectations. They're getting higher, but I came in with like they were down
But
here.
Real
I'm
quick,
like,
I don't want to.
I'm peaking.
I don't want to give any spoilers because the trailer does not tell you really what this is about.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But I'm going to give you some key points. I'm going to
Okay.
give you some bullet points. CIA,
Okay.
spy, cyanide pill, mythical objects, cancer, time.
Well, Nolan says.
That's all I'm going to say.
Well, Nolan says in the
Sci-fi James Bond.
Pretty much.
So Nolan says in the 9-minute like behind the scenes, he says, "I love spy novels. I love spy movies, and I was trying to make one for today's kind of generation."
Right.
And he says that, and
Yeah.
I think that's what this is.
Yeah.
And I will say this: so JDW, John David Washington, no stunt double. The
No
whole
stunt
movie, if he's in it,
He did it.
that's him.
Yep. He did it all.
It's not that
Yeah.
difficult. But.
Yep.
it's not,
Yeah,
right?
okay. All right. Yeah. But so I gave you those bullet points. I don't want to say exactly what happened.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
I'm a nerd, so I figured it out, and I
Oh.
just can't help myself. I have to know things. But a lot of that stuff has been done before in movies, but not like this.
So-
Not like this.
To that point, I mean, even Washington said that, I guess when he was going for the role, Nolan said it's going to be very intense, and he kind of like laughed it off.
Yeah, he's like, oh, yeah, okay.
And he's like, a month in, I was like, oh my God, this is so intense. You're right. And
Yeah,
even,
you're right.
even stunt doubles that were on set have said that, we've done
The
stunts
stunt doubles that
before.
have been there forever.
Yeah, they said we've done, stunts before, but nothing like this, nothing to this magnitude.
Yeah, no,
So
nothing.
I feel like everything's leading up to
Yep.
a straight up 10 for me.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's going to be a 10. It's going to
Do
be a
not
12. It's
disappoint.
going to be a 30. I
Yeah.
can't. Whatever number you want to come up with, that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, I'm so pumped. For this
I just can't imagine buying something as expensive as a 747
747
and being like, by the way, guys, we have one take. So
Let's
let's make sure we get it right. Like,
One more
what?
bullet point. One more bullet point. Russia.
Russia.
I don't want to know.
Russia.
I don't want to know.
No, Russia.
Russia,
I
not
don't,
Russia.
I don't
I
want to know.
mean, like I said, these are all things that have been done before in movies, but taken to a new degree. So the whole concept of this movie is inversion. And I know where inversion comes from. I know how inversion works now.
Because I was inverted.
Yeah, Tom Cruise. But
Hey,
no,
yeah.
so inversion in this is the concept of being able to change the thermodynamics of an object and making them go in reverse. So Christopher Nolan says entropy. Entropy in this is thermodynamics, basically the thermal energy of an object and being able to control the space and time of what it does. So you can control whether it's going forwards or backwards. That's the
You're
whole
losing,
thing.
you're losing me here.
Yeah,
I just
it's
wanna see
confusing
cool-
to
I
me
just wanna
too.
see cool stuff
Don't
happen,
get me
that's
wrong.
all.
I'm no science buff,
I
but
just wanna see
that's
cool stuff.
what I figured out.
Inversion.
Well, the film deals with this concept of inversion, which is the idea that the entropy of an object or a person could be reversed. It's very much cinematic. It's something that you have to see on the screen to fully engage with.
If there's explosions, I'll be happy.
Oh, there's a lot of explosions.
Yeah, and they're real. They're not fake.
Yeah.
They're all
They
real.
actually blow stuff up.
That's money.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
So money.
When the opera blows up, I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like the second
Yeah.
floor, I'm like, that's pretty sick.
Yep. So you got to watch it. You have to watch it.
Yep.
It's going to be the greatest movie.
I think
It's
we're
going to be
all-
the greatest movie of the next 10 years.
When's it come out again? Here?
Well, so it's still hit or miss. So it's gonna come out in the UK before it comes out here. It's supposed to be September. I want to say 3rd, or
Third
I
here?
want to say.
I think that
8th.
sounds right. That sounds
I
right.
think it's
September 3rd
I
sounds
think
right.
so. But
Okay.
it all depends on if theaters are open then or not.
So that's going to be something that you really have to worry about because this is purely built
This
for a movie theater experience.
This cannot go. We're gonna go straight.
Yeah, if you go watch
Yeah.
this on your,
Like
your
I want to see it in IMAX.
yeah, your nubby 45-inch TV, you know,
That ain't
that's
gonna work.
it's gonna ruin it. You have to see this in an IMAX
Oh, yeah.
theater, you know, surround sound, blow your
Big
ears
old
out.
bag of
and-
popcorn.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, so I think we're all excited. All 2 thumbs
All right.
up.
Yeah, we'll let you know. We're gonna watch it first day it comes out, and we'll let
yeah.
you know what we think as soon as we watch it.
Mhm.
All right, we're out.